はい、こんばんは。こんばんは、土曜日の夜ですね。昨日は飲み会がさっさと終わったら配信しようかと思ったんですけど、まあそんなことはなかった。帰ってきて一息ついたらもう10時半になってたのと、すげえ眠かったので寝ちゃいました。といったところで、今日はえー、ちょっとポットでのゲームをお届けしたいと思います。ね、どういうゲームかと言いますと、どういうゲームだっけな。なんか、そういう、やりゃわかる。やりゃわかる系のゲームや。じゃあ、配信向きじゃないの？あ、そうなの？配信向きじゃないのこれ。パッタディの先生や。配信向きじゃないってか。まあ、時間が余ったら、フォートナイトでもやろうかなと。はい。なんかね、ビデオを見て、なんか事件の真相を解き明かすゲームらしいよ。ちょっと待って、耳がかゆい。時計。これ今の時間じゃねえな。ロジックデータベースについて、コンピューターテクノロジーは現代のクリップを取得するには、右の耳から左の耳に貫通させてやろうか。検索ボックスに言葉を入力する必要があり、言葉を入力して検索を押すと、その言葉が含まれるクリップが検索されます。また、半角性テープは文字に起こした資料をダブルコーテーション。はいはい。配信をしなかった話。こいつがデータベースだ。情報公開法に沿って申請し、ゲストなら、これなんとでしょう。SB8 分の50。ハック、オフ、ミラータイルってなんだ。プレイヤー2の番です。これ俺が一人で遊ぶのこれ。俺が一人で遊ぶの？寂しくない？何これ。もう勝ったやん。やったー。はい。うわ、怖っ。なんか、アスキーアとか書かれてる。めっちゃ楽しい。くっそ楽しい。すごい切ない。ほい。11秒。
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder.
画質悪
What can I do to help?
そんだけかよ。
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
なんでこんな細切れに保存してあるんだ。もっと長く保存してくれよ。
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories. キーワード。じゃあ、弁護士。弁護士。お、出てきたの。 Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No.
ここのさ、
They'd laugh
こ
you
の
out of the
白い
building.
毛がすごい気になる。
A lawyer would make mincemeat
見えるか
of
な
you.
ここの白い毛すっげえ気になる。
Yes, I understand my rights.
Coco.
No, I
Coco.
don't need a lawyer.
何をどうしろというんだこれで。サイモン。うわ、いっぱい出てきた。52個。ん？毛はね。
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows.
ア
all
ン
kinds
スト
of
ブラザー
things.
ズ。アンストブ
Simon
ラ
does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
アンストブラザーズだって。メモっとこ。
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
いっぱいワードが出てきたな。
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. And save the princess.
どういうこと？
That kind of thing. Simon isn't the type to run off and
こ
do
この毛が
anything.
気になる。
Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next? Thanks. Please find Simon. I love him so much.
アンストブラザーズ。あ、これ今見たやつやんけ。ピーター。あれダメだ。ザロック。お。
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. He had a job.
82年ですね。いきなり間違えてます。
I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
このじゃらじゃらじゃらじゃらじゃらじゃらバンバンバンっつって。
I mean, I guess the Rock. We've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
ペンギンが好きと豪語しているがあざとい。なんでや、ペンギンかわいいやろ。エリック。いっぱい出てきた。
He was wearing, a shirt.
金曜日の夜に飲み屋に行ったサイモンが帰ってこないから取りに来たっていうところまで分かったな。
It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house. Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked on the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back. Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one. Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Diane. これエリックが犯人やな。知らんけど。ビザカード。カード目当てやな、きっと。あれ違うの。あ、そう。カード。なんか出てきたぞ。
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that part again?
ラプンツェルだ。塔に助けに行くってやつか。いっぱい出てきた。その住んでるところに行って断ってきたのは IKEA ですね。IKEA でテーブル買おうとしたんだけど、お宅の住んでるところには送ってやんねえよっつってお待ち行きされた。
Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. But she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
ハッピーエンドどうってどういう実績だ。
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over. They were so good to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it.
関西に住んでるひげおじに買ってもらおうかと思った。買ってこっちに送ってもらおうかと思ったんだけど。
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else?
他のものの毛。
We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there? We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
あ、しまった。何を検索しようと思ったのか忘れた。あ、K だ。K。お、K 出てきたぞ。
Salmon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build, He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said I should bring a photo.
Ooh.
This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
見してくんねえのかよ。写真で検索してみる。
What kind of hairs?
え何の意味があるんだこれ。だって15時45分。
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else?
あ、続きもの
Could
な
they?
のか。
We have a lot of dolls in the attic.
あ、なんだっけ。あ、写真。写真。
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his
お
hip.
腹からお尻にかけて傷だっ
Cut
ていう
himself with
怖っ。
some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off for the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV. Yeah, we were 17.
あれ、なんか
It was a nice
タトゥー入れて
wedding,
る。
people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to
寝
them.
るな。
It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
ダイアンとこ調べたんだっけ。あ、いっぱい出てきた。
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there. Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
なんかこれ大事なこと言ってる気がするね。
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
突然のなんでギター持ってんのこれ。
Simon and Eric arguing?
このギターなん
Shouldn't
だ
be
よ。
arguing. They get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work.
ここどこだよ。
Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist.
ポリじゃないのこ
But
こ。
I don't know. You should ask Diane.
ギターで調べてみよう。ギター。あ、出てきた。
No. No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf. Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
これ2分もあるよこ
Want
れ。
me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay. Probably needs tuning.
突然のギター。
How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street.
誰に話してんのこれ。怪しいな。
Two sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and
いろいろだからそれを推理していくんでしょ。この事件を推理していくんでしょ。
both had a love of the captain's
なんか起きたんだよ。なんかこの動画を見て事件を推理するんだ。
only cared for the youngest one. All that dreadful wind.
確かに配信向きではないかもしれない。
Oh, the
配信でやらなきゃよかったかな。
eldest made her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and a long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
これギター弾いてなくないこの人ねえねえ。これ弾いてる？弾いてなくないこれギターね。エアギターじゃないですかこれ。
Floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain. Floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
まあでもたまには配信に向かない配信してもいいんじゃない？
The captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swans. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
ラス5だっけ？もういっぱい出てきた。
So I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
なんで髪型変わってんだろうこの8分の間に髪型が変わっている。
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
133があるはず。クリップ D133 が。
Yeah, that's Simon's watch.
あ、時計ね。
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
っていうか、動画を順番に見させてくれりゃいいのってか、あれこれファイル名、ファイル名が一緒だ。続きものだからかな。
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty.
ん
I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash.
俺もさ、今日なんかちょっとやったら
The guy was
強
so
制終了
pissed
しま
off
くっ
because
て
I
よ。
didn't have a driving
まだまだ
license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
ファイル名で検索できないの？できねえのかよ。なんでだよ。ファイル名で検索させてくれよ。検索履歴。おめっちゃ鮮明になった。アンチグレア入れよう。今この時代はデジタルや、こんな。急に鮮明になった。見やすい。病院。
Ask the hospital.
あ、ここの画像は汚い。
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital. It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
花は何者だろう。花。いっぱい出てきた。しんどる。
My name is Hannah. Hannah. It's palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
グラッドストーン。何やし。あ、また新しい名前。何やし。お。誰が入ってきたんだろうな。
Yes. My name is Hannah Smith.
嘘発見器だこれ。
Shit. Sorry.
あ、しまったって。
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
なんか今一瞬画面が暗くなったぞ。なんだ。
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. It was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
花だ、花。あ、いっぱいある。
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes. Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
ひどい。
There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship. A police station. Yeah. When I was young.
合
We
計法
ran
じゃな
away
いん
on
だ。
my birthday.
どこなん
Bob
だろう
Dylan
こ
was
れ。
playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off. My mother called me Eve.
んんんおかんどうしたのこれ。あ、続き出てきたよ。続きだよなこれ。あ、なんかでもちょっと違うな、飛んでるな。
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
話が分からなくなってきたよ。地味系。いやでもなんか話的には普通に興味はあるんだけど。グラッドストーン。あ、1個しか出てこなかった。花とイブが一体何者なのかやな。外しか出てこない。花人間なのかな。19個。花、犬じゃなかった。動物。子供。お、出てきたよ。
Hannah had a miscarriage.
Huh?
This was late in the pregnancy, and it left her infertile.
妹かな。
Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again.
は大 大丈夫この人。この人大丈夫な人。
But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then
たまに画面が一瞬暗くなるのは一体何なの？
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
なんだなんだ。2回目のミラクルすごい。1回目のミラクルは何だろう。あ、ダメだ、出てこない。うわ、めっちゃ出てきた。
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after. Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life.
Oh,
A miscarriage and then my parents. Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me. I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Fuck. 画面が暗くなるの一体何なんだよ。
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
Hanning. あれ？犯人ない。両親。21個も出てきた。
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married. We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
妹。そうね。お、出てきた。ガラスカンパニー。ガラスカンパニー、社員募集してねえからな。潰れたし、ガラスカンパニー。
Told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face. She knew.
あとなんかある？さあ、ロック。あ、もう調べ済みか。ピーター。人間野球で寝るわけねえだろ。人間。おい、人間出てきたぞ。
Okay, she's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules.
野球。
Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looks scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity. Did they catch her there? I don't know. Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection. It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford. It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same
これ
page.
二重人格なのかな。
We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that
とい
could
うことは
only ever
片方
happen
二重人
inside
格
our
の片方が
imaginations.
あれを殺
We
人
would
をしたんじゃな
consider
い。
all the
あ、なん
permutations
か
of
も
future
う
events
真相にたどり着いてしまっ
and
たかもしれ
agreed
ない。
rules to walk our way
これ名
through
探
them.
偵ですわ。名探偵 R ですわ、これ。
The
コナン
parents
君も
decided
涙
there
目
would be
で
a
す。
wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow, so we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard.
犯人分かっちゃったんですけど、
It's like
あ
I
れ
said
れ
we
ー
didn't exist.
おかしいぞーって。
I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig.
自分で勝って。
Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant, but I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers, drunk guys I'd met in clubs,
とんだビッチ。
parks.
とんだビッチですわ、この人。
I was 17.
とんだビッチですわ。 17
I
歳。
was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed.
じゃあ二重人格じゃない。双子なのかな。双子じゃね。
Had a heart to look sometimes.
双子で検索してみる。
We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? And that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in.
定款っすか。
And that was the plan.
なになになに。双子。ほら出てきた。
Twins?
Huh?
Really? Are you really asking me that question?
あれ本気で聞いてるのって。
Are you out of your mind?
違う、なんかめっち
Twins.
ゃバカにされてる。あれ
There were always princes and princesses.
ちょっと俺の考えをめっちゃ読まれてる。
The other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
じゃあ多重人格か。多重。あ、出てこない。二重。あ、しまった。出てこない。人格。あ、出てこない。あれじゃ違うんだ。じゃあ一体何なんだよ。しまった。何調べようと思ったんだろう。ダイアナ。花。妹。違うな。兄弟。野球。もう出てくるわけないわな。他人。他人出てこない。離婚。あ、離婚これしか出てこない。
Long time. We got married when I was 17. Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. When you married, detective? I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us. We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
あれ、あ、しまった。なんか光ってた。うわ、1分13秒もある。長っ。
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police. From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left. 1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It was just awful.
Chica.
No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours. Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people had been there through my things. It's like I'd been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't lived in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in, as good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So, it happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it.
結局この人なんか悪いことやってるやんけ。
The watch. That was my touch. To make sure the alibi stuck.
7月3日の供述がなんかあれだね。白状してる系の。時計。あ、見た。黒。アリバイ。作戦。あ、ない。作。あ、ない。あれでももう調べることないぞ。どうしよう。 となんだ？仕事。仕事。え？
Mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. It's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle. I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting, waiting to hear from you, hear from my husband.
夫からの連絡ってあれ夫サイモンじゃないの？
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything, though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
夫いっぱいできた。
There's married couple stuff. A stupid argument, nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to. When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. We could argue about
サイモン
anything.
の夫じゃない。
But he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything. Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
え、妊娠してん
When you suspect someone of murdering their husband.
の？やっぱ夫がサイモンか。サイモン。あり。座り。妊娠。
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, the dollhouse in the attic, old things.
屋根裏で検索
We
して
didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there. No. Well, yes. He found out when they
屋
were
根
dead.
裏リスナー。
I told him I was pregnant.
屋根裏。
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories. I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. They ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
今限界集落って配信見れてます？人形。あら。サイモン、花。お、見てないの出てきた。
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through it.
あ、本当？
She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys.
はい。
If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with
やっぱこ
Carl.
れ多重人格じゃ
Hannah
ない
was
の？
first.
カール、
She
カ
had
ール、
such
カ
a
ール。
crush. I let him take me on virginity after a
Oh.
night that his band had played.
おろろ、
out.
いやらしい。いやらしい。カ
It
ール
got
いやらしい。
difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that
自分
I
た
should
ちでやる
take
ことに
Hannah's
しちゃったよ。
virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush.
ヤブラシを使ったわって。おい、やらしい。
After that, we took it in turns, though I was always the one who seduced the boys
ああ、そういうことか。
until Simon.
そうだよね。少女じゃなくさないといけないからね。二人で一人にしてたっていうのかな。よくわかんない。
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous. Didn't want to share.
双子じゃないんだ。
Even the
双
first
子じゃ
date,
ないし、多重人格じゃないなら、じゃあ何なんだって話ですよ。
we both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had the one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
ちょいちょい聞こえるサイレンは何なんだ？セックス。お、出てきた。
No.
やらしいな。
I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think.
15歳。15歳だ
I
ってよ。
was really into
く
him,
そー
regardless of how he actually behaved.
くそー
Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. Stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family. I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just, it was more than that. It wasn't just sex like I had been with the other boys.
ん？どっか一回。皆さんはどうですか？
You're reaching here. And I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone.
浮気。
I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care.
一回しか使わないけ
Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
ど。浮気。浮気。 もういっぱいできた。
She's crying, I guess. She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay, because she finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother. And so it's fine. An affair. Simon wasn't having an affair. No, I have never been unfaithful. I've never cheated on Simon. Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday. Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can.
Card.
Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15.
皆さんの初めての相手はまだ15歳。
Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
花、イブ。あれ。これ9個か、まだあるんだよな。花、入れ替わり。変わる。友。
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth. Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's. Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
もう一人。お、いっぱいできた。
No, it's okay. The other detective has just gone to get me one. The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman. I found the body. this other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap? Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring
ドッ
back.
ペルゲンガーだ。あ、ドッペルゲンガー
I
で
think I
検
was
索してみ
5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
ドッペル。あ、ない。
Bruce? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen. And the chair
あ、これもう
slipped and I
別
kind
人
of
や
hit
ん、
the
こ
door with
れ
my。face. It hurt like hell.
これ話してるやつは別人やんけ。
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first,
お、ひどい
to
ことを
put
する。
harness to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. And she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck frozen peas up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies was synchronised anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
別人。出てきた。
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was
主人格とは。
completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
これいっか。お、なんだなんだ。お、なんだなんだなんだ。はい。あ、終わってない。はい。終わってない。はい。いや。あれ何者なのこの人。いや。何者なの。
A wig? You mean? But what type of wig? No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig? This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually we grew tired of fighting and I left.
いいところまで来てると思うんだけどな。同じ顔。サイモン知ってた。あ、いっぱいできた。
No, no one has been in the last few weeks.
おい、寝る
We
な。
had a plumber come
もう
in
あとちょっとやから、多分。
4 weeks ago. Someone sang
いいとこまで来てるから。
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books. No. I told her it was one of my boyfriends, someone I had met in the bar. I think she was happy. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon? They were the ones with the real life. Why not them? Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
Ah, そうなんだ。しまった。なんか検索しようと思ったのに忘れてた。しまった。何を検索しようと思ったんだっけ。あ、タトゥーだってこの人露骨すぎない？この人タトゥーだよね。この人タトゥーあるぞ。いくらなんでもなんでそんなわかりやすい。
My tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake. So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist. He saw me singing one of my shows, pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously, I knew who he was, but he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all
あ、
this time.
ヘビとリンゴだからイブか。名前、この人名前イブだ。多分。
I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
イブ調べてるな。あ、いや男だし。でだからなんだって話ですよね。7個ある。めっちゃ早送りできる。この人あざないね。私。お、ほらほら出てきたよ。
No, it was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when it came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week. Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion. Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me. Florence was a warm, kind person, but she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it, older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know. No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. It helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page. When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day and I left. Walked out and across the street.
あと1個なんかあるんだよな。向い。
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there. It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal.
画像が荒くて朝なんだかなんだか。
I guess I didn't like the present. The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
屋根裏はさっき一回調べたよな。あ、まだあるわ。
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird, in a way it hadn't been before.
Ah, 間違えたな。あれちょっと待って、もうそろそろ行き詰まってきたぞ。
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there.
水準まだ
It was a dirty weekend.
まだ早い。
Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic. This is a nicer room. This is where you take people when it's time to arrest them.
お、逮捕。逮捕。
Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something, ran out of something, had to
お
grab
っちゃんまだ
something.
早い眠るの。
I sometimes
自分
try
の
to.
心まだ早い。
If you want, you can arrest me for that. Are you arresting me? No. Fuck off. Yes. No lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for?
犯人、あ、犯人。逮捕。似てる。似た。そっ。お。
That should eliminate me as a suspect.
容疑者で検索してないな。
Can't be in two places at once. Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead.
探偵助手。
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway. Okay. So you want to eliminate me as a suspect? This is the third day running you've called me in. I speak to Doug and Eleanor every day. And they say you've been asking a lot of questions. About me. Should I be worried? Am I a suspect?
え、もうググったよ。もうググってそれは。
No, no cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
水。
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
猫用。
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
あれでも結局どうしたらいいんだ？
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. The house.
疑惑。
It's like
ここで12時4分で白状してんだよな。
it happened very quickly. We took it.
あ、12時3分来たな。これ大事な気がする。
And will the police let me back in the house? And they let me take a bag of clothes with me, but look, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror and he gave it to me. Yes, it was a cremation for the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hannah served up sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight. Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat.
あ、それでぶっ殺したんだ。うわ、ひどい。花が犯人だよ。おお、分かったんじゃない。
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror, a nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it especially for me. His body didn't look real. And his throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. There's these thick glasses. doesn't always work. The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
あれでももうほぼほぼ真相明らかになったけど、どうすんのこれ。破片。
Differences? Mum and Dad never knew what was going on and got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
これどうなったら終わりなんだろう。終わった。あれ、ああ。ああは入った。え、君のお母さんがなぜあんなことをしたのか。おいやいや、分かってないです。サラあ、出てきた。
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana.
Eva.
But I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
ん？あ、これ？全然見つかってないやん。ログオフするとどうなるんだ。ていうかチェッカーがあんならもうここから見せてくれよどうなってんだこのシステムは。あ、オフラインになっちゃった。一回終了してみる。お、終わっちゃったあれ、終わっちゃったは、しまった。 しまった。ちょっとまだ真相を解明してないのに。いやでも犯人は花でしょ。犯人は花で夫をぶっ殺しちゃったんだ。また打開してしまった。左右逆転してない？この映像。右腕にタトゥー入っとる。これ人いっぱい関わりすぎだろ。これなんか絶対水増ししてるでしょ。こんなたくさん人関わってるのにも600円とかで売れるわけねえじゃねえか。なんか怖いんですけど映像が怖いんですけど、なんかアンロックコマンドアドミンなんちゃらまあそうねでさなんかアンロックコマンドがどうこうって今どっから入れるの？アンロックコマンドはアンロックコマンドどっから入れるの？あ、ここか。いや、しかしそれをやってしまっていいんだろうか確かアドミンアンロックだよね。それをやってしまっていいのだろうか
The fiddle could play was was the only tune that the fiddle could play was all the dreadful wind and rain.
そうなの。誰だ拍手してんの。
Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
証拠。あとなんだ。あとなんだ。あ、しまった。なんかで検索しようと思ったのに忘れちゃった。はは。
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
少女。お。
I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
誘ってる。
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
安いような分身。さすがにないか。
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to get mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them. Must think it's very cool that their dad is a police detective.
お父さんが刑事。砂糖。あ、間違えた。どの砂糖だ。お、やっぱりな。
Cup of tea would be good, thanks. Just one sugar. Just the one sugar. Thanks. Is that kind of recording? Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
やっぱ別人じゃん。コーヒー。
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is. Black, no sugar. Thanks. About 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
やばい、いっぱい出てきた。
Could I have a cup of tea? Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left.
あ、ダメらしいよ。
I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the
経験者が言っ
peg.
てる。
I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. But he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold.
カフェイン中毒だ
I
と地
looked
獄
quickly
だ
in the
ね。
living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down in
Yes.
bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough? Maybe a fresh cup of tea? Oh, okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
回殺す17歳 でも見てんな。紅茶、コーヒー、ミルク。でも見てるな。ダブルクォーテーションとかあったね。屋根裏。あ、録画あった、録画。お、
Is that camera recording?
同じこと聞いてる。
If you put me on, you've been framed. I want the money.
結局これはどこに着陸させればいいんだ。DB チェッカーを全部マスター全部埋めたらいいのか。もうアドミンアンロックするか。連続で飛んでるところ、この辺とか。まあ確かに。アドミンアンロックしていい？待て、リュウさんは全部見たな。ダメだ。アドビンアンロックしよう。管理者権限。お、同時にアクセスでクリップ数が以下に増加しましただってよ。いいじゃん。管理者権限で増える、これ増えるしかないのか。ひよものじゃない。いや、全部ロックされるわけじゃない。チーターじゃない。俺は管理者だ。貴様らも管理してやろうか。
No. I mean, everyone loves Simon. He was so nice to everyone. He loves me.
リレー管理だって私が管理できるのは直下までだもん。
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away, so I took the car. I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. When I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And I...
どうした？ああ、そうか、つわりか。What?
It was late. Early Saturday morning.
おお。つわりってつらい。ひどい人は本当にひどいしね。
It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
うちもひどかった。もうかわいそうになっちゃった。ならない人は全然ならんらしいけどね。全然って言うとあれだけど、あんまり重くない人はなんか大したことないよみたいな。まあ男には分かんないあれですけど。お、あった。
Can you imagine? I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. How could we stay the same now? I felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
とんでもねえビッチだ。あとこの辺なんだろう、この辺埋まってねえしな。お、いっぱい出てきた。アドミン権限ありがたい。
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. He's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story.
指輪で調べてみようと思ったんだ。
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I knew it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's... Good. Happy. I mean, ups and downs like any couple, I guess, but we've been married for over 10 years. So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage. No, I'm okay. Fuck.
何したの？ なんでこれで夫が出てくるんだ。あ、大丈夫の夫か。
Sorry. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yes.
Oh.
No. No, he wasn't wearing his wedding ring.
June ないな。あとなんだ。屋根裏。そう、屋根裏も結構あったかったっけ。あったあったあった。
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed. Was still pretty sick of the STD. And I came down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I slept through it.
まあそういうことやな。
The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. And there's no way you would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic. At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't. I hoover my dust every week, maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage. And she still has a secret like that. Are you married? How is your sex life? Simon was very moral about that sort of thing. He wouldn't just walk out there and sleep with anyone. He wasn't that kind of guy. He took his marriage very seriously. Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story? It's a real-life fairy tale.
あと何があるかな。もう当てずっぽうしかねえ。もうないなぁ。
No. I'm not sure what strange would be, but he hasn't been acting odd. He's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful. I don't know if anyone really changes. You just become more yourself.
確かに。
Simon was my prince, and that hasn't changed. Well, there you go. How many kids? It's all that matters, really. The baby.
あ、赤ちゃんもあったな。
Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby. You have children? What did your wife do? She didn't kill you.
ん？奥さんあなたを殺してないんじゃない？
You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him. Suicide? No. I mean, he would never do anything like that. He is not the kind of person to do anything like that. I mean, to hurt himself? No. I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
あとなんだ。まだ結構空いてんな。あれあれあれあれないやんけ。あなた彼お彼73個もあるぞ。
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about our argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes. No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but no, he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way. Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
でもたまに曲がるリスナーおるやんけ。お、来た。来た来た。
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was in the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week. He offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic.
Got 148。あ、引っかかった。いいんかなこれ。これいいんかな。
Not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem. He has a wallet, a huge silly thing, leather, real leather, I think. He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. He always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bad back. He sets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before when he comes in, if he's in the house. Sure, I think. I do all the bills and paperwork and handle all the money stuff, so it should be easy for me to find. Do you want them dropped off to you?
Oh.
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test. I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work? My name. That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works. Okay, I'll try my best to remember.
見る。も。あったあった。
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm quite a private person and I didn't want to get into the detail of the argument.
じゃないかな。お。
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
あれ、普通にビッチな話をしてた一方でこっちは話してくんないんだ。やっぱ別人だわ。だいぶ埋まったやん。あいいここまで来るともうゲームじゃねえよなお
No. Everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier who doesn't have much money. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
そこだった。かきどうなんだろうね。お、あった。
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that. 指輪。全部見てるな。お、指紋。指紋全然調べてなかった。あ、濁点。 I've never had my fingerprints taken before. I once put my hand on the oven.
やけど。やけどの跡があるんやけど。なんつって。
Yes, yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too. With the fingerprints in all those places. Could they have been my parents' fingerprints? I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible? Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking do it. まだだいぶ空いてるな。あとなんだ。
さあるやんけ。
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the glaciers.
17調べたっけ。
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing. In Oxford? Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
てかこいつらよくあれだね、今まで双子ってバレずに生活できてたね。コーヒーと紅茶の違いとかさ全然ちゃうやん。がギグお。
Yeah. I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
ゲゴ紙お。
Okay. I've given blood before. Do you need to take that from your records?
血が血その血じゃないその血でもない血きた。
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. Blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
血
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that.
字ケツが
I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor bleeding. His throat had been
これ重要な証言じゃないこれ。
There was a lot of blood. He was dead. When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign.
なんてや
Remember
し
Princess Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
ここなんだろうな、ここずーっとないの。母はさっき調べたっけ？調べたな。あった。
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book, the knock code. Something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
なんかさっきコンコンやってるのあったよね。タバコ。タバコ？
Dad thought we had mice, but they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
バコ。お、141もあるんですけど暗号暗号もうええんちゃうかもうおおむね真相分かっただろ。おがおがであった
I think when I drove back it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3.
More.
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. Why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
C.
Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing, like we had before. He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me and the Simon with her. It was almost like it was a different Simon. But
oh.
I can take the stuff off now. Did I prove I'm innocent?
Oh, 埋まったここ。
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
ハテナマークとか最強じゃね？嘘発見既存。そうね、発見既存。
What about us? I've never taken a lie detector test before.
えあ、そう、嘘発見器だからな。はい、はいとか。あ、なんかいっぱい出てきた。おー、いっぱい出てきた。あー、いっぱい出てきた。勝ったな。
I wasn't in the house. I think so.
イ
I
エス
mean, to get into our garden, we'd have to climb through other gardens. All the gardens back onto each other, so you'd have to climb over 1, 2, 3 gardens to get to ours. I mean, did anyone see anything? Did anyone see anyone come and go? An intruder?
あ、引っかからねえんだ。へえ。あるやん。
Yes.
そんだけかよ。
Yes.
全然重要じゃない。
Yes.
こんなふざけんなよ。全然重要じゃない。
Yes.
切れるぞ。いいやもあんのか、じゃあ。これは重要。あ、23個も出て。
I didn't. I slept in the car. I left about 9 that night. I wasn't there. No, I don't think it was. I turned the key, but it was already unlocked.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, Simon wasn't seeing another woman. No, you're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
ここでダブルクオーとか。おお、出てきた。
No. No.
まあ確かに。
No.
ふざけんなよ、こんなんばっかり。切れるぞ。一気に埋まったわ。でもまだ結構あるなぁ。あとなんだろう。もうさすがに攻略見ていいかな、ここまで来たら。ルででにろル通りルドリ意外とあるね。もめお
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
もういいかな。もういいかな、攻略見て。さすがにこんだけを延々と探すのは辛い。 や、全然構わない。全然いいっす。よし、見よう。53番、ここだ。わからないだって。あった。
I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. I mean, why hasn't he phoned? I don't know.
終わった。
Oh, tastes fine to me. As long as it's black and strong, I'm good.
?78?82? 78、82。
Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories. Yes, like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
?90 川。
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember, well, I went over the river. And then there was a church. There. Yeah. And I probably parked. Well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
?101 ロック。
Yeah, I had to let myself in. The door locks if it swings too. Yes, I always pull it shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key.
?118、119?113、118、119。ベッド。
In the bedroom? That can't be right. In the bedroom? I sleep on the right side of the bed as you come in from the door. You can tell because I have 2 pillows and he just has 1.
あとちょっとやぞ。次の段のだって125、128、125、128、140。
Yes, this is it. He made it himself. It's a special one-off. He made it and decorated it. That's his thing. Where did you find it? On his throat. How? Hurt someone? Yes. But everyone thinks that from time to time, right? You just want to lash out. Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
あ、それでこぼしたのか。
Cute. You must love them very much. What ages are they?
そうやな。ゼロだね。めっちゃ作業配信になるけどいいですか。
I mean, what if they were crazy? You hear about these crazy people all the time. I mean, why would anyone who knew Simon want to kill him? Well, I don't know. I probably had to pop out and get something, that's why I was speeding. And that wouldn't have been noted on my timesheet. But I really can't remember back to February. You must be desperate for leads if you're getting hung up over 6-month-old speeding tickets. And the hotel said he was there?
あれ。あれ ?6543 あ、切符182を飛ばしていた。
I remember the ticket, of course. I paid it without telling Simon. Didn't want to get told off. And he put points in the license.
263よし、これで終わりだ。
She was sat behind him.
もう1時じゃん。
And she'd been there all day. And she had blood on her. And she was in shock. She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called my sister on the phone.
あれいや、ちょっと番号ずれてた。
She never calls me that. My sister is gone. And she's never coming back.
消えたわって。
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
だって終わったけど終わったけど特に何もない特に何もなかったあ、そうおしまーいおしまーいまとめるとあれや双子がいて双子の姉の方が姉か妹か知らんけど双子の片割れが男サイモンとイチャコラしたんだけどある日サイモンが双子のもう片割れを街中で見かけちゃってそっちに入れ込んでそっちと子供を作っちゃったもんだから双子のもう片割れが切れてぶっ殺したっていう話やな簡単に言うとというわけでねというわけでね本日の配信はこれにて終了としたいと思います。サイモンあれならちょっと休憩を挟んだ後フォートナイトでもやりますかなんか消化不良ならちょっと一回配信いずれにしても配信一回切っていいですかちょっと休憩を挟んだ後そうね 休憩を挟んだ後、フォートナイトをやろうかな、じゃあ。確かに不完全燃焼あるから、ちょっと30分はいかないけど、15分ぐらい休憩して、フォートナイトをやります。はい。じゃあ、一旦お疲れ様でした。また、後ほどお会いしましょう。ではでは、おつおつ。